Let me ask you something. What if I told you that somewhere in the world, right now, people are paying taxes for towns where no one lives anymore? And no, this isn't a mistake. And it isn't illegal. It's intentional. No neighbors, no schools, no shops, just empty buildings, cracked roads, and silence. Sounds fake, right? Here's the problem. It's completely real. And once you understand why, you won't unsee it. Let me take you to a few places where towns didn't just die, they were abandoned. But the bills? They kept coming. Let's start with Centralia. Once upon a time, this was a normal American town. Families lived here, kids went to school, church bells rang every weekend. Nothing unusual. Until 1962. That's when something small happened, something no one thought would matter. A fire started underground. Not in a house, not in a forest, in a coal mine. And here's the part that should worry you. They couldn't put it out. The fire spread beneath the town. Toxic gases began leaking upward. The ground started collapsing. People didn't flee all at once. They left slowly. One house, then another. By the time the danger was obvious, it was already too late. Today, Centralia has fewer than 5 residents. Most homes are gone. Some roads literally crack open and smoke from underneath. But here's where it gets strange. Some of the land still has legal owners, which means for years, property taxes were still being charged. Because officially, Centralia never disappeared. The town is dead, but legally, it's still breathing. Now let's go to Italy, to a place called Craco. Craco is beautiful. Ancient stone buildings, narrow streets, views that look like a postcard. But beauty didn't save it. The land beneath Craco started moving. Landslides made life dangerous. People didn't panic. They adapted. They left slowly. By the 1980s, no one lived there anymore. But here's the twist. In Italy, abandoned land doesn't just disappear. Property stays registered, sometimes under families that haven't lived there for decades. Which means if your grandparents owned land in Craco, you might still own it today. And if you own it, the government still expects payment. Taxes. For a home you can't live in a town with no residents. Now let's go to Japan. There's a small island called Hashima. At its peak, this tiny island was one of the most crowded places on Earth. Concrete buildings packed tightly together, surrounded by the sea. Then the coal industry collapsed. In 1974, everyone left, almost overnight. Today, Hashima is completely abandoned. But here's the catch. Japan has millions of abandoned properties. They call them akiya. Families inherit land they don't want, can't sell, and can't demolish. So what happens? They keep paying taxes on buildings falling apart, on land surrounded by ocean, on places no one lives. Because stopping payments creates legal trouble. Now let's go even colder. Pyramiden, near the Arctic Circle. This was once a Soviet mining town. It had schools, a theater, even a swimming pool. Everything a town needs. Until it didn't. When the Soviet Union collapsed, the town emptied almost instantly. People left. Life stopped. Today, no one officially lives there, except caretakers. But ownership records still exist. Legal responsibility still exists. Maintenance still costs money. A town frozen in ice, but not frozen in law. Spain takes this to another level. There are thousands of abandoned villages, not because of disasters, but because people left.
Jobs disappeared. Cities grew. Entire towns emptied out. But the paperwork stayed behind. Many of these villages still exist in tax systems. Owners are scattered across the country. Some don't even know they own land there. And every year, the notices arrive. Taxes due, for places they haven't seen in decades. So why does this happen? The answer is simple. Governments don't erase places easily. A town can die physically, but legally, it survives. Land plots remain. Property records remain. Tax systems keep running. Bureaucracy doesn't care if a place is empty. If it exists on paper, it exists. Think about how strange that is. A town can lose its people, lose its purpose, lose its future, but still cost money, still send bills, still demand payment. So the next time you complain about taxes, remember this. Somewhere in the world, someone is paying for a house with no roof, on a street with no people, in a town that no longer exists. The town is dead, but the paperwork, that lives forever.